Welcome to Real Talk for New Agents, the podcast where we dive deep into what they didn't teach you in real estate school. I'm your host, Sarah White, a seasoned real estate broker, mentor, and your go-to guide for navigating the roller coaster of starting your career in this exciting but sometimes challenging industry. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by lead generation, struggled to find your footing, or questioned whether you even have what it takes to be in this business? Trust me, you're not alone. Each week, I'll cut through the noise with real-life tips and strategies so that I can help you build the confidence, skills, and systems you need to thrive. So grab your coffee, get ready to take notes, and let's tackle this journey together. This is Real Talk for New Agents. Hi there, and welcome to the very first episode of Real Talk for New Agents, what they didn't teach you in real estate school. I'm your host, Sarah White, and I am so excited to have you here. If you're new to real estate, aspiring to become an agent, or even if you've been in the business for a while but feel like you're struggling to find your footing, this podcast is for you. I have been where you are. I have faced uncertainty, the overwhelming feeling of what do I do now, and I've come out on the other side. In this episode, I want to share my journey with you, how I went from a challenging start in life to becoming a top producing real estate broker. My goal here is to inspire you, but more importantly, to let you know that you're not alone and that you can succeed. So let me take you back to where my journey started. I'm going to do this so that you can understand that you don't need a perfect upbringing to create the life that you want. Sometimes people use their past or their childhood issues as a crutch to explain away why they are in their current situation. And really to that I say, if I can do it, so can you. I did not come from an affluent family. We immigrated to Canada from Portugal when I was 2 years old. We were actually on government assistance, and my mother worked as a cleaner to help feed us. And to be honest, I was really embarrassed that my mother was a cleaner. But we were an abusive household, and we became a family with a single parent. So by the time I was 19, I was on my own. I was living by myself. I didn't have a college degree. And honestly, I didn't really think I had much options. But one thing I always had, was determination. I always knew that I wanted more in my life. I had that fire in my belly. Do you know what I mean? So one day I stumbled into a job as a receptionist in a very prestigious downtown real estate office. And now really I didn't know anything about the industry. I just had charm and charisma, and that got me the job. And I was really grateful. One thing I remember vividly about that job, still today in my mind, it's like it was yesterday. I was standing out front of the office, and all of a sudden I see one of the top producing female agents pull up in a beautiful green Jaguar. She sauntered into the office, and in that moment looking at her, I said to myself, that will be me one day. And that was in 1990. Now, I wasn't handed a roadmap on how to get there, but I believe in the theory of manifestation. If you want it and believe in it, you can have it. I worked at that real estate office for about 2 years. I learned a lot and I really enjoyed it there, but I always had this desire to be an entrepreneur. So when I left that office, I started my own business, and throughout the years, I even worked in the corporate world as a project manager. But in the end, my life came full circle in 2009 when I got my real estate license and started my journey back into this career. I was 39 years old now, so that was 20 years later from that day on the street in downtown Toronto, where I watched that beautiful green Jaguar pull up in front of the office. So believe in your dreams, because you never know when the time will be right. Now, let's talk about what happened to me on the first day of the office. I had been working through all the paperwork in March so that I could begin work April 1st, 2009. There's lots of forms to fill out and payments to be made. Real estate is not a cheap business to get into. And to say that I was excited and eager to get started would be quite the understatement. And unfortunately, what happened was a really huge disappointment. And to be frank, it still makes me angry when I think about it today. Let me start at the beginning. So that day I walked into the office, said hello to the front desk receptionist, and I asked her where my manager was. I was like, "Where's Dale?" She said, "Dale?" She was a bit surprised, looking at me kind of weird. He's away for 3 weeks in Paris with his wife." I stood there dumbfounded and just thought to myself, what? He left on vacation and didn't even have someone available to welcome me and show me around, give me the lay of the land? Thank God the receptionist knew where my office was. So upstairs I went to sit at my desk on that first day, and I just stared at my phone thinking, what now? I had no idea what I was supposed to do, how to find clients, how to market myself, or even how to properly structure my day. But here's the thing. Those struggles taught me resilience. They taught me how to figure things out one step at a time. And let me tell you, I did make mistakes, and quite a lot of them, but every mistake was a lesson that helped me grow my business. Now let's fast forward a few years, and things started to click. I was constantly learning, attending webinars and seminars, reading books, listening to anything and everything I could about real estate. And eventually I discovered some systems that worked for me. I learned how to market myself, how to follow up with clients, and how to turn leads into lifelong relationships. And that's actually one of my biggest breakthroughs. When I realized the power of relationships, this business really isn't just about selling and buying houses. It's about people. And when you focus on truly understanding your clients and building trust, success will follow. So by 2015, I was consistently earning 6 figures. And in 2020, during one of the busiest markets, I had my best year ever, earning mid 6 figures. And while those numbers are exciting and impressive, what really matters to me is knowing that I got there staying true to myself and never giving up, no matter what life threw at me. It also made me realize that income is limitless in this business. It really is. And what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So why am I here talking to you today? Because I don't want you to go through the same struggles I did. Real estate can feel overwhelming, and it is sometimes a lonely business, and especially when you're starting out. But really, it doesn't have to be that way. This podcast is my way of giving back and helping you avoid some of the common pitfalls. I'm going to be sharing lessons I've learned, systems that work for me, and the mindset that can take you from feeling stuck to thriving in your business. Each week, I plan on covering topics like finding clients, using systems to stay organized, mastering time management, and staying motivated. My promise to you is that every episode will leave you with something actionable that you can implement right away. Thanks everyone for tuning in and listening to today's podcast. I hope you're walking away with insights you can put into action right now. Remember, every top agent started where you are now, so keep pushing, stay consistent, and know that the work you're doing today is building your success tomorrow. Until next time, keep it real and keep chasing your goals with grit and determination. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and if you want to connect with me, check out sarahwhite.ca or find me on socials at Sarah White Broker. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.